That's how I'm feeling.
Welcome to What's Your POV.
The right place to be.
We have the legendary. It's like my second brother, boy. This my dog. You feel me? Straight out the mud, like literally, bro. We went from enemies to being friends, like close friends, to the point that it's a whole story behind it.
I know that story.
So let me introduce the talented Mr.
Behind
Frantz.
the scenes.
Mr. I say it again, Frantz. Fatal.
Appreciate it.
What's happening with you, bro?
Blessed, highly favored. You know, glad I'm on this platform. I appreciate this.
I appreciate it.
Come on, you knew it was coming, though.
Slowly.
He knew
I
it was coming.
I knew.
You knew it was coming.
I
You
knew,
it was
but
coming.
you just gotta prepare yourself mentally.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, all right, I'm gonna be on here, so I gotta
Present myself
yeah.
the right way. I agree. And you know what's crazy? The same way I see you right now is the same way you've been since I met you in middle school. And I know we speak about middle school and high school a lot, but for people who's watching, it's because these are people that we actually have experience with. We've been together, but we all decided to do something with our lives. You know what I mean? And that's what was important. And now we're bringing it back to understand how to do that. And being from middle school, 6th grade, I would say you was probably in 8th grade, I think, at the time.
When we was in
Yeah.
6, he was in 8.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Frantz, and it was a whole crew. It was a crew. You know what I mean? It was Frantz, Peter, Osias,
Franz, Peter,
I forgot
Jesse.
Jesse. There you go. That's what I'm
K-
talking about.
Jesse, K. Kush,
J. Rhymes.
J. Rhymes.
The whole squad.
Yeah.
That was mostly it.
Yeah.
But I remember that. And you was like the DJ.
No, he was the singer. He was the lead
No,
singer. No, he was the lead singer. He was the lead
also
singer.
the DJ. He
Nah,
was like the
bro.
DJ Khaled of the group.
I ain't gonna lie, you can say that.
Yo,
you can
I
say the
remember,
DJ Khaled.
because I was trying to be a part of that
I understand
group.
what you meant.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you
yeah.
my story. I'm
Okay,
telling you
okay,
my
okay,
story.
okay,
Because
okay.
you was with that, you was down with Daffy and them.
yeah,
group.
basically, yeah.
And
yeah.
they
my
was the group
brother.
that I was more down with because the conscious rap, that type of that's what I was into. So I remember seeing that. Frantz was more like the orchestrator. He was like the guy. You ever watch Wu-Tang? SZA, you know SZA?
Oh, RZA?
Oh, I said SZA.
RZA?
My bad. RZA.
He said
I
SZA.
apologize. Because SZA, she's out right now, but that's probably why. But RZA, like when I thought of the group that she was in, I'm like, damn, he's probably like the RZA of that group.
I got them in trouble.
You got them in trouble?
Yeah. I want them to be like a hardcore group
Really?
at first. Yep.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Yo, I remember one time we made these shirts with our names on it and the group name.
Yeah.
We got bandanas. I was
New
like, yo,
World Money?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
We got bandanas. I was like, bruh, we gonna be like this. Man, we came through the school. There's 6 of us. So
Right.
imagine all of us with bandanas.
Right.
And like
With New World Money.
with New World Money on our shirts and our names on it. Bruh. Teacher was like, you gotta take it off. You look like a gang. Like,
Right.
that's the point. Like,
Why is
You for
what's
real?
that the first thing that coming in mind? Why is it can be this world music group?
New World Money?
Yeah, but it was a music group. It's like, well, why did the teachers think of it as okay? Nah, y'all a gang.
Because you know why.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
North
And
Miami, everybody was
exactly.
clicked up.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like everybody. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Even if you was not
Right.
in the gang world, you was clicked up. We had the skater kids. We had the game kids, like people who only play games. We had the emo kids. Don't forget.
Yeah.
We had emos.
And
We had
ones
the
that didn't fit
gothics.
in.
We had, you feel me?
Yeah.
We had everything. It was like identifying who you are. That's what middle school was. And like I remember seeing that, and I was like, damn, they rapping, they dancing, they doing it, and competing against others too. That was like the thing that I liked the most. Like it was a back and forth, but it was genuine and it was respect.
Because it was all about the music. It wasn't
Exactly.
real beef. It was just about
It was a-
we make
it was a
better
passion.
music than y'all. Nah, we make better music.
Right, I dance better than you. When we go to the talent show, I'ma challenge you.
That's hip-hop.
That's what it was.
That's hip hop
It
competition.
was the love
Right.
of the art, and I feel like that's why that's why we all gravitated towards each other. I'm talking about you,
Right.
Daffy. We understand that. All right,
We don't
built-
hate each other.
Yeah, and we built our friendship off music,
Right.
off the love
That's a
of
fact.
music.
That's very
Of
true.
the art of it, you feel me? Because we all, even you,
That's
Gary,
very
like,
true.
We built the art of music through that right there. you bond through somebody through something y'all both love to do. You have a passion for.
And to that part, you know who I want to give a shout out to? Mr. Rivera.
Yeah, Mr. Rivera, I do.
You know why?
Big shout out
Because
to
it's
Mr.
crazy
Rivera
how
for-
everybody that we know who's involved in music, Mr. Rivera had a thing to do
Exactly.
with that. Everybody was in his room
And-
after school
and
Mr.
trying to record music.
Mr. Hole too.
Mr. Hole too,
Rivera,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Big shout out. But
Man,
it's crazy
take me
how
back.
all of us would wait in line after school
Mm-hmm.
in this teacher's classroom just so
to
we could
record.
record in his Mac laptop
And the fact
garage
is,
band.
the fact is he wasn't even angry about it. He
showed
yes,
love.
do
He
it.
supported
He
it.
said, do it. That was the first time I ever seen
A teacher.
genuine support
Right.
from any. Yeah, literally. He
I
said,
agree.
go do it.
Yeah.
Bro,
He even tried to do music videos for us. You remember?
yes, for Stanley. Like,
Yeah, I remember that.
he'll show you how to edit.
Photoshop, all of that.
All of that.
That's
What
I
other
give a lot
teachers
of
are
respect
doing
to.
that
We
now?
don't have teachers like that. No more.
It's not.
Yeah.
I think that was the last of the dying breed.
Bro, that's why, Mr. Rivera, if you're looking, you probably don't remember the face
Thank
now
you.
because I got
Thank you.
hair and all, but
We all
Thank
got
you.
hair.
it's here. I appreciate you because
We all
it's
got hair.
crazy how, like, we always in. I remember, like, damn, I gotta record, I gotta wait because there's a lot of people trying to record. But between that time, we would learn about each other's talent. We were like, hey, spit this. Oh, this is a song. I like it.
As one person's
Like,
recording, you in the back just talking.
Listening.
And just, yo,
Giving
conversating,
advice.
you feel me?
Like, you know what I mean? Being genuine. Like, it's crazy how that was our reality and that formed who we tried to be afterward. You know what I mean? And to go back to what I was saying with you, Frantz, looking at you from the outside in. Because, again,
First of all, we didn't introduce, like, ask him what he has going on.
oh, I apologize.
First is first,
Frantz.
to stop everything. Tell us what you have going on, Frantz. Like, what
Let's
you working
go.
on? Let's
What
go.
do I
Let's go.
got going on? Well, what I got going on, I'm pushing the FMG brand harder, trying to get more people on the roster,
Okay.
authentic people. But if you feel like we can build you, we can do that too.
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
We can build
We
you.
can build stars.
We can build you.
But if you want to come as your authentic self,
We're not
That's
mad
even
about that
better.
either.
it's even better.
Facts.
Right.
I'm doing music myself, you know, like I just dropped a project, Trill 3. That's my fourth mixtape.
Okay.
Fourth mixtapes in 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. And yeah, I'm work on some more music, probably put out
Right.
a fourth one and a fifth one. You know, switch the vibes up,
Right.
you know. Show people more of me this time. you
Right.
know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna hit to, because I always felt like you was the behind the scenes guy. Like
Mhm.
you never wanted to put yourself out there. That's why you probably went by DJ. That's why I noticed, because he was like, "Nah, I'm just a DJ. These guys rap." I'm like,
Cause I was like, I seen like I'm around a lot of creative
The
people.
fact is,
right.
Frantz has a
Really? Exactly.
very soulful, bro.
Exactly.
Even the music we've done, like he pushed me to do better. Like when I'm in the studio, I'm recording, he be like, "Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Jay.
If we can't sharpen each other's tools, what's the point of getting
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
And it's, you know, it's that like that's what makes you a person that you are now. Because like I'm saying, I'm seeing you right now, and it's the same person that I met in middle school. I was probably 12 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now, I mean, of course, you probably changed appearances and things like that.
Like this, bro. You was in the school for 7 already. Now you in 8. We're going into it. Our mindset and your mindset is too different.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Like you see more than I've seen. Like
Right.
at that time, and then when me and you
Experienced more.
experience more. It's like then when me and you start really talking, we're like damn, Frantz, you've been through a lot, bro. Like you have the rise to, you have that story. You feel me?
Yeah.
You didn't let what you went through, what you saw, really dictate the type of person you want to be. Because you know you're still genuine. You still want to do right by people. You still want people to do right by you.
And you know what's the most important though? He believed in who he was.
Exactly.
You know why? Because I remember, like, I'm not gonna say everything, but I remember going into high school, people would say rumors like, "Oh, Frantz this, Frantz that." And when I meet Frantz and we speak on shit like that, we stand on it. Yeah, I do that. That's who I am.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because when you do that to, like, when you step and you ask somebody, they probably try to switch the story or try to make it sound better. Frantz will tell you, nah,
That's true.
I do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not ashamed of it. I do that. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't expose yourself
Right.
and you let somebody else paint the narrative for you, oh my God.
I agree.
People are scared to be people are scared of being judged. Like the insecurity factor in like our generation, or like our, you know, not our generation, but like our demographic,
Right, right.
It's like, bruh, they care what other people think too much. But I feel like
that's
we're
true.
steering away from that, but it's still there.
That's true. I mean, I was like that too. There was a point where, like, cause you gotta understand, like, I grew up before I even moved to North Miami. I was in Little Haven.
Okay.
So
Tell us about that.
And that's different
It's-
too from
it's-
North Miami.
yeah,
It's
way
like,
different.
that's what
two
I-
different worlds.
I want people to understand this. Miami is Miami, and inside of Miami, there's like
So many
multiple
neighborhoods.
different
It's
places.
not only South Beach. When you come to
Right.
Miami, it's not only South Beach.
the other
It's
side.
other sides. When you cross
Inside
that
of
train tracks,
Miami.
there's real deal people staying here. Have to worry about how they gonna get their next meal, how they gonna pay their bills.
Right.
Real deal.
That's a fact.
So go ahead. I just want to add that.
See, you gotta understand, at the time I was growing up in the mid '90s in Little
Yeah.
Haven. So that's when Soul Pound was in full effect.
Right.
So I'm growing up where now we got a reputation, and now you gotta look, dress, sound, talk a certain way
Right.
in this area. If you anything different, we don't understand you. You're boxed out. Boom.
Right. Right.
I was one of those dudes where I'll have so much flavors. So I'm like, I can't do one thing. I can't dress one way. Yeah, I'm gonna dress like a Miami dude,
Right.
but
You give it some flavor. You
give it some
class.
flavor.
Right,
Yeah,
so give it a vibe.
you know, like hood rich bougie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like you know what I'm saying? Like
I got
Nigga said
I got
hood
Reeboks
rich
on,
bougie.
but I got your religion.
Hood
Like
rich
stuff-
bougie.
you
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? Like mix it up. Like
Right.
some people don't want to like. 'Cause there was a point where I was like, man, if I make this type of music, if I dress this way, they gonna look at me like, 'cause I came around real dudes
Right.
that just like they wouldn't go for the dye in the hair,
Right. Right.
nose ring, stuff like that. So I'm
Right.
like, I'm gonna be me. I gotta be me. So
Something that make you feel happy.
Do you feel like people, when you started doing that, people started steering away from you, like trying to say to, all right, you can stay right
a little bit of the like, all right. There's people that was like, I don't know what he's on. Push him to the side. There's people that's like, I don't know what he's on, but
He could be awesome.
yeah, like, and then there's the ones that's like, that was been fucking with me. That was like, you know what? I know what vibe he's going for.
Right.
So let me continue like fucking with, like, let me see. I'm gonna see where this gonna go.
Right.
Cause I'm fucking with his vibe already, and now he's switching it up. Let me see. All right, how far he gonna take this?
Right.
Yeah, so
I would say I fell in that third category. Why? I felt like I understood who he was. Right. That was middle school. High school, of course, I was in 8th grade. You probably was up to like 11th maybe or 10th grade. You was in a different world at that time. And I remember going into high school and then I'm like, oh shit, they go Frantz and shit like that.
Right.
People saying a bunch of shit, right? Because of the music that you was putting out at the time. And I remember be like,
But it's like, all right, we strive to look on the way in front of somebody. You always want to be you want, in front of somebody.
Different.
Yeah, different, but you always want your face to be clean with that. Like,
Right.
do something. Like, you want to fit in with that crowd. But I feel like
Yeah.
Frantz was always the one, like, okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like when I went into that, and I'm saying like, it's like when you at that level, depression, like multiple things can
In high school?
exactly, multiple things can like make you just destroy who you are.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? And seeing, I remember vividly, like some shit. I don't know if I should say it, if you're okay with it. That's why I use it because he stand on it. And it was because you said a song. It was a song that you put out. You know
my
exactly.
bitch, my bitch.
No, I don't remember the name of the song, but you probably know what I'm about to hint
I know
to.
what you're talking about.
It was a verse on the song, but he got a lot of play from that song too.
But this the thing.
You know what I'm talking about?
Fast forward.
Clickbait.
Fast forward. Hold on. But you could say that basically. I'm not gonna say you. I'm not gonna put it. I'm not gonna make it seem like
Right.
okay. I'm gonna say you started it or whatever. But
Yeah.
after that, somebody else made a whole song on it.
Exactly.
It went hit platinum.
Right.
You feel
Exactly.
me? Talking about the same stuff, but it's
Right.
coming from a different gender, and
Exactly.
it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
Right. I remember this shit, dog, and he stood on it. Like I remember because I used to play baseball and shit like that, and then it was like, oh yeah, Frantz dropped this song, talk about eating ass. And we, of course, this is a topic where, I mean, everybody have their own opinion on that, and that's fine. That's your sexual, you know what I mean? That's your
Right.
preference.
That's your preference. That's your
Right.
preference.
At the
Nothing
end of the
wrong with
day. But you know, high school kids, everybody. Oh, of course, some girls, the girls like that. They ain't had no issue. Every girl I
But they ain't
spoke
know
to about
about it
that,
yet. They was like,
they was
oh.
like,
Yeah.
and they
It might
was
be
like,
good.
They were hitting them up, and they was hitting them up. I know it, Frantz.
Yeah.
I ain't want to put that out,
Yeah,
but I know.
there's
I saw so many girls hit him up because of that shit. But then you know the dudes. Oh,
that's nasty,
Yeah.
kid.
Bruh.
Come on,
They're
bro.
doing it
And
now
this-
though.
This is what happened
In
vividly.
this generation, the grown women say, I don't mess with no man that don't eat ass.
I mean, I still don't do it.
I
I'm not
don't
gonna
do
lie.
it either. I don't do it either.
I-
So
I-
I'm
at
just
the
saying
end
I
of the
don't do
day,
it either. But I'm just
my
saying.
preference is my preference, yours is
Right.
yours. But
Right.
you know what I respected? I remember that day specifically. It was like we was outside by the in front of the school and we chilling, and then Frantz pop up with Jesse and them. We talking, and somebody bring it up like, "Oh, why you said that on the song?" Frantz like, "Cause I do that." And normal, like he's not bothered by it. You don't see no sweat. You don't see
Man,
like,
Frantz
'cause
is
I do
living
that.
his raps.
Yeah.
Real
and the-
deal living his raps.
And the crazy thing is, after that, he showed us Doms that's hitting him up because he said that shit. I'm like, I was like, damn, I don't eat ass, but I respect him because
Yeah. So you gotta
Let's
think
be
about
real.
it. You gotta think about it. When I said it in high school, people was thinking like, every girl I fuck, I ate her ass.
yeah,
No, it's just like eating pussy.
right.
If
don't
you're
eat
not gonna
everybody.
eat every dumb pussy.
Hold up.
Let's
Hold
be
up.
real. You're not
You
gonna
can't
compare.
compare that.
You gotta
can't
compare
that. You can't compare
Why not?
that.
I'm not gonna compare it.
Discharge
compare
come from
that.
there, blood come from there, but y'all still eating it. Let's be real. What are we doing here? Are we gonna keep it a buck or what?
my gosh.
All right, okay.
Yeah. If you think about it, so
Alright,
much shit happens in that part.
Right.
But we're comfortable in eating that part because, you know, it's socially acceptable. But the back is taboo. But it's like, yo, if you have a girl that you really fuck with and you know she's clean
Right.
and she fresh out the shower, she looking good, just, oh my God, pick her up.
Calm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
What's happening?
But I don't knock people that don't do it.
Exactly.
'Cause-
That's what I'm saying. You don't knock people that do, and people that don't do it don't have to knock you.
Exactly.
Hey, you do it.
So it has, like I said, it's been a shift since
It is.
now.
That's what
Yep.
I'm saying.
Now
'Cause you
it's
know why?
like if you don't eat ass, I don't want to mess
You know
with
why?
you. You mean?
This is why. Because there's a dom that turned on that switch in their brain that said, oh, wow, I could do this. Because, like, ain't no way. It's got to be a partner that you have that brings out the freak in you.
Right.
That makes you get to that level. Some dudes don't like a girl rubbing their nipples. Some dudes might say, hey, it's stimulation.
Right.
So like for real, everything is stimulation. All the
Right.
body parts have a certain way.
Right. How you react to it.
React to it.
I
So
agree.
if somebody that you love is pleasuring that part, if it feels good, live in the moment. As long as if you feel like it not like taking away your morals and principles.
Right,
Like,
right.
you
I
feel
agree.
like, oh my
I
God,
agree.
like how I look at myself in the mirror. Like, you know what I'm saying? I let this girl
Like
put
that.
this dildo in me. Like that, then you're gonna be like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? But if you feel like, yeah, she could rub on my nipples while she laying on me.
Cause
you know
that's
what
my
I'm saying?
girl. I
That's my
fuck with
girl.
her.
Niggas stop trying to be
Right.
niggas trying to be hard too much, bro.
I agree.
They tryna
I
be
agree
hard.
with that part. Again, and the thing that I respected ever since that day, I was like, damn,
Mhm.
I don't care what nobody say, but I'ma just like it's not like you hiding from it. Like, yes,
Mhm.
I do. You know what I'm saying? And you stood on it. And that I feel like you always knew exactly who you are as a person, like where you wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Kind of vibe. Even though you never put yourself out there for everybody to know you, but you always stood on who you was.
Yeah.
Now, that kind of bring me to more because I feel like you always have knowledge that you don't really put amongst everybody. You put it amongst the people that's around. But of course, you're not out there like that to put it in front of everybody.
Right.
And the knowledge right now is money and power.
Right.
And that's a vast topic, right? Like, money is nice, it's flashy, you can count it, you can do all of that. Power. Yeah, so like when it comes to, you know, everything that we just spoke about, you look at power and you look at money. It's like, excuse me, it's like a two different field, right? It's like two different fields. Of course, sometimes they can mingle, sometimes it's separate.
They always go hand in hand.
Right, especially, right, exactly, I agree. But now, like, let's look at it in the individual perspective. Let's start with money. Someone with just money, and that can be millions and billions of dollars, right? How do you feel like that person or someone in that position with a lot of money, how can they influence? Do you feel like they have the power to influence?
When you have money, you got the power to influence. You can buy anything.
Right.
You can buy anyone.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's scary to say, but it's true.
It's very true.
If you can make anything move.
Right.
If you, like I said, is an old phrase that says money move bridges. You can make anything move if
With
you
money,
with
with the dollar.
And there's people that have it, and they say, "Listen, I have $10 million, $30 million. I'm gonna keep it all to myself." Granted, you made it.
Right.
That's yours. But do you really need $100 million to live
On your own.
on your own? While there's people that's really starving, and you can make a difference. Now there's people that's selfish like that. Like, I made it. They didn't work hard enough. That's why they didn't have it. Some people in different circumstances
That
they just need somebody to reach
But that
out.
mindset is the crab in the barrel mindset.
It's a capitalist mindset. It's an American mindset to where, not even American, because like I just say capitalist in general.
Right.
Like, money.
Right.
Me.
The more I can do. Yeah.
Like there's people that will sacrifice time with their kids, time with their wife, time with their family, just to make the money, so they can be 80 years old and die in front of their computer, just to say I worked harder than everybody else. So,
But what gratification do you get from that? Because you're just gonna be pushing your kids away. You're gonna be pushing your wife. You won't push your kids away. You're gonna push your wife away. Your relationship, your marriage is gonna be gone.
yeah, that was self gratification. You feeding your ego at that point.
But you're not caring about others anymore. You're just doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like most people that chase only money, you don't see nobody. If you only chase money, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
If you only, and I mean like only chase money, that means everything involved around you is money, and you don't have purity for like mom, dad, whatever.
Yeah.
You only see yourself, because the money that you make goes back to you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now that's money. Now power. I look at power as resources. I also look at it as influence also. And then there's
Connections.
connections.
Yeah.
And there's people with power with no money.
Yeah.
But
That's
they have
true.
connections. They could make it happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now tell me, Frantz, power. You explain the money expect. Now power, what's the aspect around that?
Power is basically. All right, I can give a great example.
Tell me.
It'll be a dude in the hood. He probably dead broke,
Mm-hmm.
but he got so much respect, so much power that he could say, "Listen, I don't like that dude. Get rid of him." That's power.
Right.
There could be somebody that just works in a regular corporate job. He's not like no big shot,
Right.
but everybody fuck with him. And if he influence, and if he say, he's hard to work with,
he's a pain in the back.
yeah, like
We don't want him.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Right.
People got that power. Like everybody got it. It could be me right now. I'm not the richest, and I don't want to be the richest, but I know for the level I'm at right now, I have some type of power.
Right.
I say something, somebody's gonna hear it, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I can make somebody change their whole point of view on things with this."
You're moving shit.
That's power without money, just words. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Because power is knowledge. Like in order to influence,
Yep.
in order to influence or have that where you move certain things, right? You gotta have knowledge. I would say you gotta have people gotta really, or even if because there's people who don't have the right knowledge and they got power, but it's because they know how to manipulate or they know how to say certain things to influence. You know what I'm saying? Because you can look at all the great leaders that people put out there in the world, whether they did good or bad. You know what I mean? They had a certain amount of power because people believed in what they would say. Now, when I look at that, money and power, let's look at it in a big sphere, right? So, do you feel like, let's use names, right? I just want to use names so we can like make it easier. Jeff Bezos, he's the person with the money. But you're the person with the power. Let's not look at you right now, but let's just look at you in a general aspect. You have a group of people that you're moving, that you influence, and things like that. Do you feel like the person with the money would have the winning chance, or the person with the power would have the winning chance?
The person with the money.
Why would you say the money?
Because you walk through those doors, I could say, I'm Frantz Fatal.
Right.
Everybody in Florida listens to me. You got no birthday.
Right.
Jeff Bezos could come in. He could be rude. He could be whatever.
Right.
I got billions of dollars.
15M, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then you're like, oh,
I'ma shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different level. Like, people with power and money, that's so dangerous. People with
Dangerous.
power, dangerous. Because there's not a lot of people.
Because now you rule both aspect of the spectrum type shits.
You gotta think about it. Imagery is everything.
Presentation.
Presentation.
Present yourself.
Everything. Right now, I could look like $1 million and not have it, and I could be broke, regular tea, and then like look broke
Right.
and have money. Listen, man, this is the world we live in. If you don't have any level of status financially,
Right.
people not gonna look at you. So it's the presentation. I could walk with a suit and take the bus.
Right.
People think, oh, he's doing something.
Does he got a suit?
Got a suit. Got this hoodie on in the bus. What's he gonna do?
Right. Let me have my purse.
Mm-hmm.
All of that. That's true.
People associate the suit with a certain level of income and everything like that.
I agree.
Society, I feel like society has it's like people really gotta understand. We always say this, never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah,
It's done every single day.
You know why? Because
it
we're
became
human
human
beings.
nature. Yeah, it's human nature.
We're human beings.
We're gonna before we even talk to somebody,
We judge them.
we judge them. As soon as they walk in the room, he probably could be this.
Right?
He probably talk like this. He
That's
probably talk like that.
But you don't even know that. But when the person finally do open up their
But
mouth, they start
also,
talking.
I would say
That's when you get surprised.
in that aspect of power, because let's be real, and we're gonna use like race because we gotta make shit make sense, right? We gotta use examples. In that aspect of things that you mentioned, I feel like it's always somebody behind the scene that have power that create that imagery. So for instance, let's take race, black and white, and all that good shit. So when you look at most white people that just have a thing against black people, right? Who, really for no reason, because they don't even know them themselves. They just know, I don't like you. You don't belong here. You know what I mean? Like, what created that? Someone who had that influence. You know what I
He
mean?
didn't have no money like that.
Exactly. You know what I
He
mean? Let's
just
be
had that
real.
influence.
Let's be real.
And he had people behind him.
I would say a name. I don't know if it's him. Don't come after me because I don't know the exact name, but I can say from what I learned from school, Charles Darwin was like one of those person that I categorize as he's part of the problem because he created that nature versus nurture, all that other good shit, but also black people came from monkeys, you know, all of that shit. So that created a perspective on the white people's mind. You know what I'm saying? He created influence because he had a social power. He had, you know what I'm saying? He was a professor, all of that good shit.
What was he said? Say that again.
Social power.
Social power. Now we go back into this age. What's the main thing?
Social media. Social power. And the person with the highest followers, exactly, the person with the highest followers is who we should look at.
Influence.
Right?
You hear them talking about
Kim Kardashian, she had the most, everybody want to be like Kim. If she go out right now and put a burger on her nose right here and take a picture, everybody's gonna do a picture with that. Why?
Look at challenge now.
Because she have the power, but she
the
also have the money. So how can we really say, you know, money? Like a lot of times, I know you said money and I agree. Money does move a lot of things. But if you look at the person with the power too, even though the person with the money, he can go to Africa, he can pay anything, he can do anything. But the person with the real power, he can fight back, or she can fight back.
But those are the type of people that they don't want to see.
They don't want to see that person.
Of course.
You gotta think about it. If you think about somebody like Malcolm X, he was not
Power.
rich.
Martin Luther King.
They were not rich.
Power.
Nobody was
Gandhi.
giving. They
Power.
was doing this for free.
Power. Marcus Garvey. Power.
For free. And
Power.
they had people that
And
would
the person
move.
with the money, what they did.
Yeah.
Let me take care of that.
Let me take care of that.
You know what I'm saying? Because too much power. And like, and that goes back again to the race part. Like when I look, because I try to find ways. Like I know I always say this. I'll be driving through white neighborhoods and I just see their reality, and I look and I think of our reality, and I'd be like, why is ours like that? Because it's not supposed to be like that. The world is for everybody, and not one specific person. Hold on, let me finish real quick. And I'd be like, what? I want to find the cause to that, right? And when I look at everything, and it always go back to one person from this side just creating imagery, creating whatever to create a chaos in our situation. And
divide and conquer.
And when you look at our situation, we had men, real men, who created guidance, created discipline. You know what I'm saying? In order to destroy that, you have to take those men out. And if you look at it, all those men are in prison or they're dead. So now the young one who's growing up, he's not gonna get that from the real men. He start acting like I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna take that back. Yeah, don't come.
Feminine energy.
Right. He's around his mom all day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now when he with a girl, he's back and forth with the girl like he's a girl.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. Dad wasn't here to say, son.
Too much estrogen in the house.
Right.
It's the thing.
Go ahead.
I feel like us as go back to the race team.
Right.
I feel like us as African Americans, we work 10 times harder to get where we need to.
Of course.
Yeah, because they made it that way.
Right.
So it's, when we finally get there, like we're broken down. You know what I'm saying? Like our spirit is shot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we
spiritually we're fucked up. Environmentally we're fucked up.
Yep.
Mentally we're fucked up. As kids, you know what I mean? Because it really fuck you up as a kid. Because again, we have to be grown men as kids. You know what I'm saying? As kids, we're just like, you know what? There's only one way to this world, and I have to take. You know what I mean? I gotta do this. I gotta go 10 times harder this way because that's what's out there for me.
Because you feel like you're alone.
Because you are.
Like, who's gonna help me? Police not gonna help me. President not gonna help me. The married dad we just elected ain't gonna help me. Like, who's gonna help us?
They told me they was gonna help me.
Yeah.
But they wanted my vote, and now they got it.
We don't even see them no more.
It's like everybody know you how hard you work for that. People will still get it. People will still not give you the not give you the gratification, but people, it's like it's never congratulations. It's always what, damn, he did that. Why how he did that?
Because they didn't do it.
That's part of it too.
One of the reasons is because they didn't do it. And it's like, damn, I've been praying for this so long. Because there's people behind closed doors that pray for certain shit.
Yes, and that's what they don't understand.
For themselves,
Prayer,
and they see that you did, but they don't understand that you've been praying
and working
way
hard.
before them. Way before them. You know what I'm saying? But not just that, like it's also that, and it's also someone creating the idea of hate. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Like a lot of people that hate on someone, like their neighbor that's doing better, it's not because they naturally just wanted to do that. Someone created that imagery.
Yeah.
Oh, they doing better? Well, you deserve that too. Or, you know, whatever it is, anything. It takes image. Like, let's be real. Media runs the world. As long as, and you know how many people really believe in the media? I'm surprised by it. I found this out through the pandemic. How the media can really infiltrate someone's mind. That's when I was like, damn, we in a fucked up situation. Because I think a certain way, and I think I'm the only one that think a certain way amongst a bunch of people. So how do I adapt?
Sometimes you gotta understand. Sometimes it's not 100% accurate, and they even admit it. Sometimes their sources don't be as solid as they make it seems. You feel me? Just like you said, they painting. They want you to go the right way is left, but they want you to go right.
Get it?
Like, I remember they was talking about something like, all right, there was a point where in the 60s, where 50s, 60s, where women couldn't have bank accounts. Most women didn't work. They were housewives. Soon as they said, all right, after the civil rights movement, all right, women can, because you know, after the civil rights movement, it wasn't just, oh, blacks could do this. It was also women can do this too.
Right.
So women benefited off of the civil rights movement as well. Because like even the white women, like imagine a white man telling his wife, you can't do this, and you own this world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You own this world, but you, even your wife, you're not considering as like
as an equal.
Exactly.
Like that, yeah.
So now they could have credit cards, they can work. So they started promoting every commercial for diamonds. For women.
Going
That's
to
it.
work.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Right.
Really? like you know what I'm saying? Since
I
when?
agree.
Now, everything was catered to women so they can buy.
Right.
There we go. Capitalism.
And someone created it.
Yep.
With what?
Media.
But I'm not gonna lie. Power and money. Because it takes money to move those certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I be feeling like a lot of times when we see powerful shit happening, I be feeling like those people click up with the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The people with the money and the people who have the power click up.
Yeah.
Like when I think of, and I don't agree with anything that happened with the whole Nazi and Hitler era. I don't agree with none of that. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with shit that happened in America also. That's disgusting. In Haiti, that's disgusting. All of that slavery shit, that's disgusting. Let's not hide that fact and just pick and point the finger at Hitler. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at what Hitler was doing, really, it was more power. You know what I'm saying? It was mostly power. He had a way of talking, of influencing, and others believed in what he was saying, and they wanted to prove themselves to him. That's how I see it. The people like the generals that he had in place, they wanted to prove, I believe in what you're saying so much that I'm gonna show you how much I believe in.
That's how cults start. Every cult is that one dude that knows how to talk to people. He knows.
Yeah.
He either finds you either like, all right, I'm gonna go for people that's like broken homes. I'm gonna go for people that really insecure,
Don't have love.
don't have love,
Right.
didn't find their way. Either they might be a father figure to you or a mother figure. And then it's like, all right, we're gonna do this. And then now they put you in a position to where like, I love this person so much that I'm willing to do
Anything. Because what? He loves me.
Yeah.
Nobody else loves me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that shit? I forgot his name. Martin Mason. You know what I'm talking about? He was like a
You talking about Charles Manson?
Charles Manson.
Yeah.
Like, let's look at him and just, he didn't have no money.
Have no money.
He was a hipster, all of that.
Mhm.
The power that man had that led him to all the shit that he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with it, but the way he influenced those people that was around him, it's crazy.
They gotta study people. They gotta talk about him. Into that
I
mind.
listen to that. I be watching shit like I'm like, bro, how can? Because literally the man didn't have no money. He was living in a shack in some woods. You know what I'm saying? But he was happy. But he had a way of controlling people, and they actually believe everything he say.
Mm-hmm. Well, time is running.
Time is running.
I gotta cut it. Thank you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you.
this, man.
Wait,
But again,
before we go, so which one you rather pick? You rather pick money or power?
it's a heavy one. I'm gonna say
heavy
first. Probably, I'll probably go with power again. Why I say-
We'll go around. We'll go around.
Okay, I'll go with power.
Go power.
I say power, but I gotta put this disclaimer.
I agree.
Same, and I agree with that 100%.
I agree with that too. But with the right amount of power and right amount of influence, they
People gonna take care of you.
They're gonna send money to your bank
People gonna
account.
take care of you. Yep.
You know what I'm
People gonna
saying?
take care of you.
I
Yeah.
agree.
You gotta go. Yep.
Right.
Plug yourself in with everything that's going on
Frantz,
before we
let us
go.
know.
Let us know.
Oh, IG Frantz Fatal, Frantz Fatal. You gonna find me on YouTube same way, Frantz Fatal. Twitter, it's Frantz Fatal. That's mostly you can find me. Basically anywhere you want to type in Frantz Fatal, I'm there.
Right.
The one and only. No matter what you see, there's
Here.
1,000 of them, but it's me.
I plug in with him.
I say look into him because it's,
music.
it's not
everything.
even just him as an individual.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you like very, very for someone who went through what he went through, very humble. You know what I'm saying? Intelligent, knowledgeable. Don't judge. Cool with anything and anyone. So I respect that. Thank you again for coming here and joining.
What's your POV? We here.
That's how I'm feeling.